Hello and welcome to EnergiaSaves, a new podcast from Energia where we will discuss innovative ways that school districts and municipalities are transforming their energy liabilities into assets for their districts and cities. This podcast is designed to be an informational asset for school district superintendents and municipal administrators tasked with exploring new ways to reduce energy costs at their facilities under their control. I'm your host, Kenley Davenport, and with me is my co-host, Kendra McQuilton.
Thanks, Kenley. Just to give everyone a little bit of background on Energia, we are an energy finance solutions provider. So what does that mean? We help school districts and municipalities that are eager to embrace often complex, new, innovative, energy efficient technologies, and we make the process easy for them. We help them understand the financing. We make sure that the energy savings are real and measurable. We're basically holding their hand every step of the way to make sure that at the end of the project, they're comfortable and confident that what they received was in their best interests and really benefits their organization the most that it possibly can. Without any of those pitfalls that can occur without somebody like us watching the numbers and what's going on. And so we're a group of what I call financial engineers. All we do is energy efficiency projects. So a big part of these projects is how they're financed, which is often from guaranteed energy savings. So we are always keeping an eye on that. We have decades of experience helping school districts, and we are excited to bring that experience to this podcast.
That's fantastic, Kendra. You know, during these podcasts, we'll be exploring how school districts and municipalities do this that benefits their overall communities. Let's get started on how these projects are funded through the Energy Performance Contract, or EPC. Kendra, can you talk a little bit about that for us?
Sure. So an energy performance contract, or they're often called EPCs for short, really is a financing mechanism for needed capital upgrades that every school district has. HVAC, lighting, ventilation is a big topic right now. So a lot of organizations have these needs, but they don't have the funding. So an energy performance contracts allows these upgrades to take place by hiring an energy services contractor, and the savings that the upgrades themselves generate over time pay for the cost of the project. So they're a wonderful option during any given economy. They're particularly nice right now because they're laser focused on efficiency and getting those HVAC systems in good working order. And what Energia does is, again, we're helping districts and municipalities receive ultimate value and oftentimes reduce their energy budget by about 30%. So what we're doing is we're taking 30% of what they're currently spending and we're reallocating it toward a project to pay off annually year after year. So instead of all of that funding going to the utility suppliers, you're now reinvesting essentially about 30% of your current energy budget to get all those upgrades that you need to fund one way or the other.
I think it's pretty interesting, Kendra, that not only do they get that savings, but they get to do this without voter approval and without increasing community taxes. I think is an excellent benefit. Wouldn't you agree?
Absolutely. One of the biggest reasons our clients do these energy performance contracts is the very fact that they don't have to necessarily go through all the hoops that they would normally have to do. They don't have to, hire a series of contractors with their own separate contracts. There's no out-of-pocket costs. Generally speaking, these projects are turnkey. You've got one entity that must deliver the entire project, build it, and then guarantee those savings will materialize. Now, it's important, though, that you have a company that can actually verify those financials in the middle. And so when you have that combination, you have school districts that are securing a huge win for their communities because they're getting all the benefits of new equipment, energy savings, and they know that it was done properly and, again, in their best interests. So everything is fair across the board.
Well, Kendra, this is so exciting. In our upcoming podcast episodes, we're going to explore how school districts and municipalities are using this important tool and to take advantage of the significant positive impact they can make on their communities. It's pretty exciting. I'm looking forward to our future podcast.
Thanks, Kenley. So am I. And I would like to encourage anyone listening that we would love to get your feedback on our podcast. Again, this is a new thing for our company. So we're excited, but we also want to make sure it stays relevant and really speaks to the questions that you have. So if you have any ideas, questions you'd like us to cover, guests, for example, you'd like us to have on to interview, please send those recommendations to the email address below, and we will be excited to receive them.
Wow, I can't wait to our next episode, Kendra.
Me too, Kenley. Thanks.